Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing fantastic. If you are new here, my name is Mitchelle Adagala and I am a certified personal trainer. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Do consider subscribing and joining this thriving, informative fitness YouTube family, okay? Today we're touching base on the hip dips. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you what exactly you need to know from a scientific point of view, because I'm so sick and tired of seeing videos on YouTube on how to widen your hips. Exercises to widen your hips, get rid of hip dips, grow your hips with this exercise. I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, guys, leave me out of that, and I don't want none of you guys to be out there falling for that. So to start with, what exactly are hip dips? Hip dips are basically the slight depression you see mostly in women at the side of their hips. Just a very slight depression. It varies from individual to individual based on the anatomical structure of their skeleton. Your skeletal structure has a big say on whether or not you're gonna have pronounced hip dips or whether you don't have any dips at all. Are they normal? Completely. Are they natural? Absolutely. So please, ladies, do not feel like there's something abnormal with you because you have hip dips. Do not feel like there's something which you need to correct because you have hip dips. So hip dips are usually formed when the distance between your ilium and your hip sockets are long. So the longer the distance, the deeper the depression. However, if that distance between your ilium and your hip socket is short, then your hip dips will not be as pronounced. In fact, they may not even be there, and you're gonna have a rounded appearance around your hip region, okay? With that being said, you cannot shorten or lengthen the distance between your ilium and your hip socket through exercising. You cannot change your bone structure through exercising. You cannot change your skeleton through exercising. It can't happen. So all those exercises for widen your hips using this exercise, you know, it's impossible. It's just clickbait. Honey, don't fall for that. I don't want you to fall for that. It's clickbait. So what can you do about that? You can manipulate the way that area looks, in that you can either gain body fat, and if you are going to gain body fat, you're going to have to gain full body fat, because you cannot dictate where your body chooses to store fat. That also comes down to your genetics. You're going to gain full body fat, and some of it is going to be stored around your hips. Naturally, as women, we tend to store our fat around our midsection area, right? And you could also choose to build lean muscle around that area by either enhancing your glutes or your abductors, which are the muscles found at the side of your hip region, but not to the extent whereby you're gonna gain like 10 inches or 5 inches. It's just gonna be a bit more defined. It's gonna be a bit more rounder, because remember, this is just tissue. This is just mass, you know, and it comes and goes. Body fat comes and goes, right? Because when you're gonna lose the weight, the hips are gonna go away, the booty is gonna go away, right? But your bone structure will be there to hold on to the shape of your natural hip. Stop comparing your natural body to bodies which have been surgically altered, bodies which have been photoshopped on Instagram. Guys, please learn how to appreciate the way your body curves. Learn how to appreciate your natural looks, your natural body, because these are some things which cannot be changed through exercising. They really can't. Whether you have narrow hips or wide hips or you're in between, it is completely okay. I'm here to tell you that you look stunning, okay? So please don't feel like there's anything wrong with you. And since we're talking about the hip dips, let's also touch on the booty, because you see how some people have outwardly protruding butts, like they pop, you know, popping booties, and others have, you know, a gradually sloping degree to their back area. Okay, it happens. We're all different, but you know, we appreciate you. We appreciate all types of booties and their shapes and their sizes. Okay, so you see the outward protrusion of your butt is also determined by your skeletal structure. If you have a sharper degree to your sacral slope, then your butt will protrude outwardly even more, you know. But if the degree of your sacral slope is a bit more gentler, then your booty is not going to protrude outwardly as you'd expect it to. However, the same still applies. You can still gain body fat to manipulate the appearance of the area, and you can still be able to build lean muscle in your glutes to help with the appearance of the area, you know. But some things cannot be changed. You cannot change your sacral slope through exercising, because those are things which come down to your genetics. You really have to highly factor in your genetics when you're setting out your fitness goals. Be honest with yourself in terms of who you look up to, in terms of your inspiration and your body goals. I really don't like the term body goals, because it's so like it's just It's okay to admire someone else's physique, but you can't aspire to be like them because, hello, genetics. You can't get genetics like mine. I can't get genetics like yours, you know. So you have to learn how to work with what your body brings to the table and work to the best of your abilities, you know, because your physique can still look banging. Come on. So instead of focusing on things which are beyond your control, like your skeletal anatomy and your bone structure, right, focus on the things which are within your control. Things like your exercise selection, you know, your sleep patterns, the quality of the sleep you're getting to allow your body to regenerate and build a lean muscle. Okay, focus on the things which are within your control. Lower your cortisol levels, because ultimately there's no need of stressing over something which is beyond your control. You know, like, you're built that way. Start embracing that. Start improving the relationship you have with your body. We have agreed from today, don't watch those videos how to widen your hips, how to do it. Like, it angers me so much because they're so misleading. The sooner you shift your focus towards working with things which are within your control, the better. And imagine, either way, there's more to your physique, there's more to your body than your hips and your butt. Okay, I mean, look at your physique as a whole. You know, work on your agility, work on your stability, work on your mobility. You know, not everything is about your body and hips and booty. Okay, but please, I hope you got the message. You cannot change your genetics. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you on my next upload. Bye bye.